welcome to Modern English Proficiency Level, lesson number 7. Today we're going to be talking about hard job. We're going to talk about hard job, okay? So, let's do the warm-up first. Repeat after me. She shuts the shop shutters so the shopping shoppers can't shop. Good. One more time. She shuts the shop shutters so the shopping shoppers can't shop. Alright, now let's try that 3 times fast, okay? She shuts the shop shutters so the shopping shoppers can't shop. She shuts the shop shutters so the shopping shoppers can't shop. She shuts the shop shutters so the shopping shoppers can't shop. Oh, very good. Okay, so let's talk about what this means, okay? First of all, shuts, S-H-U-T-S, shuts. If you shut something, it means to close something. Shut the door, shut the window, okay? Now, shutters, what are shutters? Think about a window. Now, I've never seen these in China, but in the United States, some houses, on the outside of their windows, they have something called shutters. These are like doors that open and close to cover the window, like this, okay? So, shopping shoppers. Shopping, you should know. Somebody that is buying something is shopping. And a shopper can be, this is a noun that means somebody that is buying something. So, shopping shoppers. People that are shopping, okay? And they can't shop. So, she shuts the shop shutters so the shopping shoppers can't shop. She closes the shutters on the shop. Closes the shutters so nobody can come inside anymore. Okay? So, one more time. She shuts the shop shutters so the shopping shoppers can't shop. Alright, very good. Alright, we just finished the warm-up, so let's have a little quiz about the words that we learned. First of all, what does it mean to shut something? Shut. That's right. To shut something is to close something, like a door. Close a door. Shut the door. Very good. Next question. What are shutters? What are shutters? That's right. Shutters are like little doors on the outside of a window that can close. Very good. Last question. What is a shopper? What is a shopper? That's right. A shopper is somebody that's buying something. Very good. Okay, now let's take a look at the interesting idioms. So we're talking about hard job today. Probably everybody's had a hard job before. But let's learn some sentences you can say. Let's learn some terms you can say to describe a hard job. Alright? Okay, let's do the first one. I love a challenge. Good, one more time. I love a challenge. Okay, so let's do that one more time. I love a challenge. Okay, good. Let's do the next one. Every time we see her, she is hard at work. Okay, one more time. Every time we see her, she is hard at work. All right, you can understand the beginning of the sentence. Every time we see her, every time we look at somebody. But hard at work. This is just another way to say somebody is working hard. That guy over there is hard at work. Same thing as that guy over there is working really hard. He's hard at work. Okay? Doesn't mean his job is hard. It just means he's working hard. Okay? So, let's say that one more time. Every time we see her, she is hard at work. Okay, good. Let's do the next one. I think that my brain is fried. Good. One more time. I think that my brain is fried. All right, when would you say this? What situation would you say this? Well, this works good for a hard job. If you've been working for a long time, if you've been thinking very hard, you could say my brain is fried. What does fried mean? You should know this. You're Chinese. Most of the cooking here is... Okay, we just finished the interesting idioms, so let's have a quick quiz about some of the terms or the words that we've learned. Alright, first question. What is a challenge? What is a challenge? What do I mean when I say something is a challenge? That's right. A challenge is something that's hard to do, but when you finish it, you feel good. You feel like you've got a reward, right? That's a challenge. Very good. Next question. If I say somebody is hard at work, what do I mean? Somebody is hard at work. somebody that's hard at work is working hard. They're doing a good job. They're working very hard. They're hard at work. That's right. Next question. If I tell you, my brain is fried, what do I mean by that? My brain is fried. That's right. If you say your brain is fried, it's because you're so tired. It feels like somebody cooked your brain, right? My brain is fried. Next question. If I say, I need a break, what do I mean? I need a break. That's right. A break means you need to stop working for a while and have a short rest. That's a break. Very good. Last question. If I say, I'm so tired, everything here looks like a blur. What do I mean by blur? What is a blur? That's right, a blur is when you see things move very quickly. You can't see them clearly. That's a blur. Or if you take your glasses off, everything looks like a blur. You can't focus on anything. Very good.
Carl, you sure look a lot better. Gained some weight back too, I think.
I went to see the doctor last week, and he gave me a flu shot and some vitamins. I feel much better now.
Great news. How's work?
This job is no picnic, but I'm trying to pace myself a little more. Still, often I'm totally exhausted by the time I get home. Sometimes I'm so tired I have to take a nap.
Well, keep working on controlling the stress. That'll help a lot.
I think so too. At least I'm not in bad shape like Mike was. You don't know him. He took an extended leave of absence before you got here.
What happened?
Same problems. Too much stress. Just before he left, he said, "This job is killing me." A little exaggerated, but I often saw that he was dead tired by the time he got off work.
That's too bad. I feel sorry for him. I know the saying, keep your nose to the grindstone, you'll succeed. But really, I think it is so important to just sit back and take a break from time to time.
I totally agree.
All right, now let's take a look at the 10 sentences. So we're talking about hard job today. So let's learn some different ways to talk about a hard job. Your work is tough, right? All right, let's do the first sentence. Number 1. I'm totally exhausted by the time I get home. Good, let's do that again. I'm totally exhausted by the time I get home. All right, so well, you're talking about after you get home from work, right? When you finish work, you go home, and you feel exhausted. Exhausted is a feeling, right? What does exhausted mean? Exhausted means you're so tired, right? Exhausted. A little different than tired, too. Tired means I want to sleep, right? I'm sleepy. I want to go to sleep. Exhausted means my whole body is tired. I can't stand up anymore. I can't walk. I can't even type on the computer anymore. That's exhausted. Now, you could describe this feeling too, like if you're running a race, after you finish running the race, you feel probably tired and probably exhausted. It just means all your muscles are so tired, you just want to sit down and, okay, that's exhausted, means so tired. Okay? So let's do that sentence one more time. I'm totally exhausted by the time I get home. Okay, very good. Let's look at sentence number 2. I'm wiped out by the time I get off work. Okay, one more time. I'm wiped out by the time I get off work. All right, 2 really interesting things in this sentence. Get off work. Do you understand? When I get off work, this is another way to say when I finish work, when I get done with work, when I get off work. Just means when I finish work and I can go home. That's get off work. Now, wiped out. Wiped out is another way to say like exhausted. So tired, wiped out. My whole body is tired. I'm wiped out. So let's do the whole sentence one more time. I'm wiped out by the time I get off work. Okay, good. So wiped out, so tired. Get off means when I'm done, when I finish. Okay? All right, let's move on to the third sentence. Number 3. I'm dead tired by the time I get off work. Good. One more time. I'm dead tired by the time I get off work. So once again, get off work, when I get done with work. But dead tired, what does this mean? Dead tired. Well, in this case, it means I'm so tired, I'm almost dead. But you can use the word dead to modify different things as well. Dead tired means I'm so tired. It almost means like very, very, okay? If I say, I'm going to give you $200 tomorrow, you could ask me, are you serious? And I could say, I'm dead serious. Dead serious, more than serious, right? It just means very, can mean very. So dead tired, very tired. Dead serious, very serious, okay? So I'm dead tired. In this case, it means I'm so tired, I'm almost dead. So let's do the whole sentence one more time. I'm dead tired by the time I get off work. Okay, you can understand, right? I'm so tired by the time my job is done. All right, let's look at the next sentence. Number 4. I can barely stand up by the end of a hard day. Okay, one more time. I can barely stand up by the end of a hard day. Okay, barely. This is an interesting word. Barely, okay? I can barely stand up. Just means I almost can't do it. I can barely do it, okay? Can you jump over that? Can you climb that tree? Yes, I can barely climb it. I can just do it, but almost can't do it. So if I can barely stand up, it means I can stand up, but I almost can't stand up. I can barely stand up. I think a lot of people have felt this before. When you're done with a hard day of work, you almost have to fall down, right? You almost just drop dead, right? Drop dead? What's drop dead? Drop dead means to die, on the spot, fall over dead, drop dead. So a lot of people feel this when they're done with a hard day of work. You can barely stand up. You almost can't do it anymore. You can barely stand up. All right, so let's do that sentence one more time. I can barely stand up by the end of a hard day. Okay, good. Let's move on to the next one. I'm so tired, I have to take a nap when I get home. Okay, one more time. I'm so tired, I have to take a nap when I get home. All right, nap, one of my favorite words actually. A nap is what? What is a nap? A nap is sleeping for a little time, okay? You can't say, I'm going to go home and take a nap tonight and wake up tomorrow morning. That's not a nap. That's sleep, right? You sleep at night. A nap is sleep for a little while. A lot of people, in China at least, I know, like to take a nap after lunch, right? You go have a big lunch, you drink a lot maybe, and then you go home and sleep for an hour or two. I know my mother and father-in-law like to take a nap after lunch. I like to too, but sometimes I'm too busy to take a nap. But anyway, a nap. A nap is just short sleep. It doesn't have to be in the daytime, but when you talk about a nap, you usually mean during the daytime. That's a nap. You just lay down for maybe 1 hour and sleep. Or you can take what's known as a cat nap. A cat nap. Well, you know what a cat is like, right? A house cat, your pet cat. A cat likes to sleep a lot, doesn't it? Sometimes a cat will be moving around the house, and then a minute later you look at the cat and it's sleeping on the floor. And then maybe a minute later the cat's awake again, running around. Okay? And then maybe another minute later the cat sleeping again. So we call it a cat nap. A cat nap is a very short nap. Can't be an hour long. Some people really like to do this. Maybe go home and you lay down for 10 minutes. Maybe you don't even have enough time for a long nap. But you just can tell somebody, I'm going to take a cat nap. That just means maybe 10 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes, but a short nap, just like a cat nap, okay? Like a house cat will sleep for a short time, okay? So that's nap and cat nap. So let's do the sentence one more time, okay? I'm so tired, I have to take a nap when I get home. Okay, you understand? All right, let's go to the next one. Number 6, this job is hard work. Okay, one more time. This job is hard work. This is something you could probably say to your coworker, your colleague. You could turn to them and say, this job is hard work. Right, hard work just means something that makes you work hard, something that makes you sweat. You guys have all heard no sweat before, right? No sweat. Thank you so much. No sweat. All right, when you sweat, it means you're doing hard work, right? Maybe you have a shovel and you're digging a hole. You will start to sweat and sweat. That means it's a hard job. If you tell somebody, no sweat, that means it's an easy job, right? Maybe I'm just sitting there on the computer doing something. Somebody says, can you look something up for me on the internet? No sweat. It's an easy job, right? No sweat. So a hard job is a job where you will sweat, right? You will stand somewhere and sweat. You work really hard. That's a hard job. So anyway, let's do the sentence again. You could turn to your colleague and you could say, this job is hard work. Right. You sweat a lot, right? Okay, understand? All right, let's go to the next one. Number 7. This job is no picnic. Okay, one more time. This job is no picnic. All right, picnic. What's a picnic? Well, this is another thing you could turn to your friend at work and say, this job is no picnic. Right, a picnic is what? A picnic is fun, right? A picnic is a fun thing. What is a picnic? A picnic is when you go and eat a meal outside. Maybe it's a beautiful day, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, the sky is blue. You turn to your friend and you say, let's go have a picnic. Let's get some food and put it in a basket, like a picnic basket, and go sit on the grass. We'll put a blanket on the ground and we'll sit outside and eat. That's a picnic. So a picnic's really fun, right? Except for the ants. Always have ants come try and eat your food. Or the flies come and sit. Okay, maybe a picnic isn't all that fun. But it can be fun if it's a nice day and there's not too many ants or bugs or something like that chasing you around. Okay? So anyway, a picnic. You go eat outside. But everybody usually thinks about a picnic as a fun thing, right? That's why we say something is a picnic, okay? We usually just say this job is no picnic. That means it's not fun, okay? It's not relaxing. It's not like sitting outside and eating something on a blanket in the nice warm sunshine. No, it's like sitting inside under fluorescent lights doing some hard job, typing on the computer all night or all day. That's not a picnic. That's a hard job. So if you say the job is no picnic, you mean you're doing a hard job. So let's do the sentence one more time, okay? This job is no picnic. All right, good. Well, I hope you remember what a picnic is, because I'm going to quiz you about that later. But let's go on to number 8. This job is back-breaking work. This job is back-breaking work. First of all, well, where's your back? Your back, right? Back-breaking. If you break your back, oh my God, that's terrible. I mean, you really hurt yourself. Now, back-breaking work could be like I said before. You're digging a hole, okay? You're digging and digging and digging all day. Finally, when you finish, you feel, oh God, my back is broken. I broke my back. It's back-breaking work. So let's do the sentence one more time. This job is back-breaking work. Okay, you understand? Very hard job. You feel like your back is broken by the time you're finished. All right, let's do the next one. Number 9. This job is killing me. This job is killing me. Okay, this is another thing you could say to your coworker. You could turn and say, this job is killing me. The job's so hard, it feels like I'm going to die. Now, you can use this sentence in many different ways, too. You could say, these cigarettes are killing me. Or you could say, the traffic today is killing me. Something that makes you feel so unhappy or something that is so hard on you is killing you. Okay? So, my head is killing me. You say the same thing in Chinese, right? You say, to tong suola, something like that. Almost the same expression. My head is killing me. This headache is killing me. My stomach is killing me. Just something that hurts so much. Oh, maybe you have a bad tooth. This tooth is killing me. Something that hurts so much. Well, your job could kill you too. Your job could be so hard you feel like it is killing you. Okay? So let's do the sentence one more time. This job is killing me. Okay, very good. Let's do the next one. Number 10. Keep your nose to the grindstone. You'll succeed. Okay, one more time. Keep your nose to the grindstone. You'll succeed. Now this is a classic North American idiom or a Western idiom. Now, a grindstone. What is a grindstone? Okay, think about how we make flour, okay? If you want to bake bread, you need flour. You need the white powder to make bread, right? You have to take the wheat and you have to grind the wheat, right? You can grind it, make it into powder. Now, a grindstone is something you find at a flour mill. A mill is the big building where all they do is they grind stuff into powder, okay? They make flour at a mill. You take maybe you can make rice flour too. You grind some rice until it's powder. But a grindstone is the big round stone, and it has another stone, another circular stone that goes around and grinds things, makes it into small pieces. I've seen grindstones here in China too. Sometimes you have one that you have to push by yourself. Sometimes you can have a grindstone that's hooked up to a flour mill. A mill is a type of wheel, a water wheel that runs by the water. Sometimes you'll see a mill that's built by a river. The river will power the mill, will actually make the grindstone go around and around. But anyway, that's a grindstone. I don't know where we got this expression, but it means to put your nose to the grindstone. It just means to work very hard, okay? It means to work hard. Think about if your nose is on the grindstone. That's not very comfortable, is it? It hurts your nose, doesn't it? Well, same thing with a hard job. It'll hurt you. So if your nose is on the grindstone, you're working really hard. Now, you'll succeed. I hope you know succeed. Success. If you succeed in business, if you succeed in your job, it means you go up, up, day up, right? You keep getting better. You keep getting better at your job. You succeed. You win. You do something good. You've succeeded, okay? So let's do the sentence one more time. Keep your nose to the grindstone. You'll succeed. All right, very good. Okay, so we just finished the 10 sentences. Let's have a little quiz on what we've learned, the vocabulary and the terms we learned in the 10 sentences. Okay, so the first question, what does it mean to be exhausted? What does the word exhausted mean? That's right, exhausted means very tired. Okay, I'm exhausted. It means I can't even stand up anymore. I'm so tired. Very good. All right, next question. What does the term wiped out mean? If I tell you, I'm wiped out, what do I mean? That's right, wiped out means you're so tired. Right, you're almost dead. You're wiped out. All right, next question. If I tell you I'm dead tired, what do I mean? Dead tired. That's right, it just means very tired. It means really tired. I'm dead tired. I'm very tired. All right, next question. If I tell you I can barely stand up, what do I mean by barely? I can barely stand up. That's right, barely means you can do it, but you almost can't. All right, I can barely stand up. I'm so tired. Okay, I can stand up, but I'm almost going to fall down. I can barely do it. Okay, next question. What is a nap? What do I mean by nap? I want to take a nap. That's right, a nap means to sleep for a short time. Very good. Next question. What is a picnic? Tell me what a picnic is. I described this before. What is a picnic? That's right. A picnic is when you go have a meal outside. You go outside and eat. Very good. Next question. If I tell you something is back-breaking work, what do I mean? Back-breaking work. That's right, back-breaking work is something that's very hard to do. It's so hard it will break your back. That's right. Next question. If I tell you something is killing me, what do I mean? If I say, this job is killing me, what do I mean? That's right, it means it's so hard that you're almost dead, right? This is killing me. Very good. All right, last question. If you tell somebody, put your nose to the grindstone, what are you talking about? Put your nose to the grindstone. That's right, it's just slang for working very hard. This is like an American idiom, right? Work very hard. Put your nose to the grindstone. Very good. All right, class, it's time for the joke. All right? So, today I'm going to tell you a funny joke. Okay? So, there's two old men sitting in a nursing home. One man turned to the other man and said, "How do you feel? I mean, seriously, how do you feel? You're 72 years old now. Tell me, how do you feel? The other old man turned to the first old man and said, you know what? Seriously, I feel like a baby. First of all, I've got no hair, I've got no teeth, and all day I wet myself. Okay, so what are we talking about here, okay? First of all, it's two old men sitting in a nursing home. What's a nursing home? Well, this is a little different between China and America. Usually in China, if your father or your mother get very old, sometimes they'll come to live with you at your house. Maybe you have your grandmother and your grandfather living at your house with you. In America, it's not like this usually. Usually, if somebody gets old, they have to go to a place called a nursing home. This is like a hospital for old people, okay? People live very long. My grandfather lived to be 95 years old. At that time, he couldn't take care of himself at all. Even if he was at home with us, we couldn't take care of him. We would have to watch him all day long. So you have to take them to a place called a nursing home, which is, like I said, a hospital for old people. It's got people that will watch them all the time, help them do everything, wake them up in the morning, put clothes on them, wash them, something like that. That's a nursing home, okay? So these two old men are in a nursing home. And the first one asks the other one, how do you feel? Just means, how do you feel? Are you healthy? What do you feel like, okay? The second old man says, well, he's 72 years old. So he says he feels like a baby. He feels like a baby. First of all, the reasons he feels like a baby. First of all, he has no hair. When people get older, men, of course, sometimes lose their hair, okay? A baby has no hair either. So he says, I feel like a baby. I have no hair. I have no teeth. When you get older, your teeth will fall out also. Well, a baby doesn't have teeth either. So he's got no hair, he's got no teeth, and also he wets himself all the time. If you wet yourself, this is a nice way to say you pee in your pants. You go to the bathroom in your pants, okay? That's wet yourself. Now, some people wet the bed. Have you ever heard of that? Some people, when you're teenagers, when you're growing up, when you're going through a growth spurt, you will wet the bed, okay? That just means you'll go to the bathroom at night when you're sleeping. That's wet the bed. But this guy says he wets himself all the time. Yeah, when people get older, sometimes it's harder to control your bladder. Your bladder is the part of your body that holds the urine or the pee in your body. So sometimes it's harder to control, so you will wet yourself. Anyway, just like a baby. No hair, no teeth, and always wet themselves. All right? So one more time. Do the joke one more time. Two old men were sitting in a nursing home. The first old man turned to the second old man and said, how do you feel? I mean, seriously, how do you feel? You're 72 years old now. Just tell me, how do you feel? So the other old man said, well, I'll tell you the truth. I feel just like a baby. First of all, I have no hair. Second of all, I have no teeth. And third, I wet myself all day. All right, well, now I just want to talk about a hard job a little bit. Everybody has had a hard job in their life. Not everybody, but I've had hard jobs in my life. Now, you can describe hard jobs as back-breaking work. You can say hard jobs make you so tired at night. My last job, I worked on the computer all day. Now, that's not back-breaking work, is it? Computer work is not back-breaking work. You sit on a chair all day and click, click, click the mouse button. But it is tiring work. It makes your eyes tired. At the end of the day, everything is a blur, right? You can't see anything clearly anymore. Your eyes hurt so much. And my mistake when I used to work at this job is I'd work all day at a computer and then I'd go home and read a book. Oh, that's terrible for your eyes. That kills your eyes, right? It felt like my eyes were killing me when the day was done. But anyway, that's the difference between two kinds of work that are hard. You can have work that's hard mentally, or you can have work that's hard physically, right? Physical and mental. So hard work physically is manual labor. You're outside doing something with your body. You're lifting things. You're building a building. You're digging holes. Something like that. That's manual labor. Or you could have something that's just mentally hard. Something that's mentally challenging. Remember? A challenge. Something that's hard to do. You have to do a job with the computer or something like that. That's a mental challenge, okay? So anyway, there's two different ways, two different kinds of hard jobs. You could have a physically hard job or you could have a mentally hard job, okay? Come on! Okay? One more time. Come on! All right, well, you can tell by my tone of voice what this means. If somebody is late, right, we have to go somewhere, and you're so slow putting your shoes on, I can say, come on, let's go, hurry up. All right, so different ways. Hurry up, right? Hurry up. Quickly do something. Or let's go, right? Means come on, let's go, quickly. So let's do this one more time. Come on! All right, so I'm not going to wait for you to forever. You have to come on. You have to hurry up. Okay, now it's time for the role play. So I want everybody to get into groups of 2 or 3, and I want you to talk about these questions I give you, okay? Give me some answers to these questions. First of all, what do you consider a hard job? What do you think is a hard job? Is a job only hard when you have to do manual labor? Remember I talked about manual labor before, work with your body. Is that the only kind of hard job, or can other jobs be hard too, like I talked about a computer job? Do you think that's hard? Now I think it's hard, but what is your opinion? What do you think? Is that kind of job hard too? So what makes a job hard? Is it physical labor, is it manual labor, or is it mental? Is it mental? What makes a job hard? Also, are some jobs harder than they should be? Sometimes your boss can make your job harder than it should be, right? Maybe your job can follow you all day and make you work really hard, even though it shouldn't be that hard a job. So tell me, are some jobs harder than they should be, and why? Why? Why would some job be harder than it should be? Like I said, maybe your boss follows you around too much. Maybe your boss is breathing down your neck, something like that, okay? Just tell me, why are some jobs harder than they should be? So talk about these questions, and then we'll go around and we'll get your answers. So get into groups, 2 or 3. Go. Okay, now I want you to do a role play, okay? So you have to get into groups again, 2 or 3 people. I want you to talk about hard jobs. Talk about the hardest job you can think of. Tell me what's the hardest job you know, okay? Pick a job that you consider to be a hard job and tell me what's the hardest job. You've had time